Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last video. So today I'll be doing a set on my girl, which is my cousin-in-law. I will be doing a amber French and 3D with crystals. So I started off with doing amber. So you will see where I do my application. I will not leave the filing in because I don't want it to be too long, but you will see where I do my 3D flowers. Girls, that gave me a beating. I've been doing 3D flowers a little more since lately, and I can tell you it's whipping my ass. It's giving me a beating, but so far you can see where I'm doing my amber. I'm using all Valentino acrylics, a Valentino brush. I'm using Young Nails liquid. It's a very good liquid as well. I would use it along with Valentino. If I run out of my Valentino, I would go for a Young Nails because it works perfect with Valentino. The last acrylic liquid that I used with Valentino, it didn't work so well. It started to get sticky a lot, and it didn't work. It didn't let my products apply as smooth as I wanted it to, and then I had to put like a lot of liquid in the container because it seems to be evaporated out of the container very fast. But while using Young Nails and Valentino, I realized I can use less, and it does all 5 finger. I don't have to really put in much more liquid to finish a full set. So I would recommend Valentino liquid and also Young Nails liquid because they work perfectly. So as you guys can see, I started off my amber with my soft touch from Vbeautypure. It's a very not milky white, but a subtle white, nice. It gives you a nice blend with any color that you choose to do your amber with. So you see where I'm going in. You see where I'm going with my soft touch first, and I made sure to blend my nude with it. I like when I'm doing my amber, you cannot see. I don't like when you see where the first color starts and the second color ends. No, I like when it looks like one. Then you see where I'm going with my crystal clear acrylic powder, which is from Valentino, where you can see where I use that to just to basically protect my blend. I don't put it all the way up to the quiche because I don't want my nails to be buffed. I want it to be nice, smooth, and not too thick. So whenever time you're doing an amber, make sure that when you apply your first color, you blend it back to where you're going to apply the second color. So that's when you go in with your second color, you exactly where you blend back the first color, you start from there, and then when you start from there, you blend in your second color with the first color so it looks like one. I don't like when you can see where one color starts and the next one. The only way it wouldn't really matter how you do your amber is if you're going to put something over it. But I like when my amber is nice and flush and looks like one. So you will see where I'm going in there with my second bead, and I am going to make sure that I blend that back and make sure that right there is very thin, because you don't want when you apply your second color it's like really thick. You don't want that because remember you're also going to encap. So you're going to encap exactly where you started your amber, where you apply your second color. You don't want your nails to be bulky and then you're going to take a lot of time to be buffed off. So always make sure to apply just the right amount of powder. So you see where I'm going in with my second color, that is my nude from Vbeautypure. So you see I apply it exactly where I did blend back my white, and then I blend it in with my white. So when I'm finished, you can basically see that it's in one. Everything is in one. You can't see where the white starts and where it stops and where the nude starts and where it stops. No. So everything will perfectly be in one. So I'm going in with my cuticle bead, and you can see where I pull the cuticle back a little because I don't want to flood that cuticle. So I make sure each time I pull it back and I hold my finger. I hold the client fingers downward. So when you hold the fingers downwards, all the products will run down. It will not run back in the cuticle. And yes, I know some people like to use one bead or two beads. I will go in with as many beads as I think I need to make sure that my nails are perfect. I will not try to use two or one bead to do my full sets, because sometimes when you look back on the nails there might be a side that needs a little bit more acrylic. So the less products you waste is better for you, because most time when you use a one bead method, a lot of times you waste a lot of products when you build up that nail and get the acrylic to the tip of the nail. All that product at the tip of the nail go to waste. So I tend to use from 3 to 4 to 5 beads depending on how it looks to me. If I look at the side and I see that okay, the side needs to be updated, not updated, sorry. I see that the side might need a little bit more acrylic, I will go in with that. Again, you will see me applying my clear and moving from side to side. So whenever time you're applying your acrylic, make sure after you prep, apply your tips and you shape your tips. When you apply your acrylic, always make sure that when you're applying your acrylic, you keep that shape that you buffed before you applying, because you don't want when it's time to buff you taking like a hour and a half to buff and to reshape. No, you want to apply your acrylic so that it makes your buffing less. So the smoother you apply your acrylic, it's the better for you. And when you apply just the right amount of acrylic on the nails, you don't have to do a lot of buffing, and it's also basically it helps you with the speed and the time of your work. So you don't have to be worrying about, oh my, I'm sitting here, I'm doing this for too long, I'm on one client for too long. No, work on your craft and get better and better at getting your application, because I know we all have to start from somewhere. So find your groove, find what works best for you. Don't try to do my style or somebody else's style. Find what works best for you. Make sure when you're applying your acrylic, you're using powder to ratio. So you do make sure your acrylic is not so dry that when you put it on, you have to end up take it off back, or it's too wet so it's running all over the place. No, you want to make sure you use proper powder to ratio. Okay, always remember, practice proper powder to ratio. And I know sometimes when the time is really hot or really cold, like me here living in Jamaica, sometimes it's like so hot that acrylics dry really fast. So in that time I will use more liquid in my brush, so my powder won't dry as fast as it would, because the time is hot. So when the time is really hot, I will use more liquid in my brush, so my powder doesn't dry that fast. But when it gets really cool, I use less liquid, but I make sure that the liquid in the brush is enough to make sure that the powder is not dry, but I can apply my powder smoothly. And yet sometimes you see people are applying acrylic and it's like that side is unbalanced, that side is too thick. Then when they go into buff, it's like basically taking them 2 hours to buff and to reshape and getting everything in one. But no, I try my best to work on making sure that when I apply my acrylic, and when it's time for me to buff, I have a less buffing, less shaping. The most thing I do when I am shaping is I go over with my electric drill. I go over with my electric drill so that I can debulk a little, not a lot, because there's not a lot for me to debulk. As you can see, my nails are very smooth, and I did not just get it just like that when I started doing nails. It takes years and years of practice and getting better and better and better and better at it. And the more I practice, the better I become. So, as I always say, practice becomes perfect. It's just like I wanted to start a YouTube channel for so long, but I didn't. I created the YouTube channel, but I wasn't really uploading. Now I started uploading, and I had this video from September in my phone to edit voiceover, and I didn't. It's like sometimes you started slacking off, but then you started again. So it's basically consistency. You just have to be consistent. Practice on yourself. Most of the time, practice on yourself before you try something on someone. As I always say, it's best to fail on yourself and not fail on somebody, because you want to fail on a client and they're going to say they're not coming back. So it's best to fail on yourself and not on a client. So you will just see me acrylic one hand, then you will see where I go in with doing my application, not my application, then you will see where I go in with doing the designs, my French, and doing my 3D flowers. But these 3D flowers are really beating me. When I say they are beating me bad, but I love them though. They always comes out good, and I'm getting better and better at it. So I'm gonna leave you guys here to just finish watch the rest of the video. Each time I had a sound to my video, after a while I see it come back saying copyright. So today I will not be leaving no music in the background, because I can't seem to find something that's not gonna cause me to have copyright on my channel. So I don't want any of my videos to get deleted or to be blocked from being watched. So I will not add any more music soundtrack to it until I can find the perfect track, or if someone can introduce me to a track that I can use in my videos, that will be perfect. Also, I haven't really introduced myself in any of my other videos, so I will tell you a little about myself in this video while you watch me doing the nails. So my name is Lizzie. I am 35 years of age. I've been doing nails on and off from 2012. I went to art. It's a foundation here in Jamaica where you go, it's free, and we go to do skills. So I went there and I did cosmetology. I did hair and nails. Did not like hair, so I choose nails, and thus far I've been loving it. But I did not really take up nails that much till like a couple years ago. I've been doing it from 2012, but I've never rented a station till lately, down in the early 2000s, and not early 2000, from 2012 I did not rent that station till around 2016. I started renting, but I wasn't consistent. I rented a station for a couple months, and then when things got tough I stopped and moved to something else. But then I had my baby girl in 2018, and I decided that okay, I'm gonna take up nails fully because I love it and this is what I want to do. So I've been doing nails since 2018 when COVID came out and most people weren't making any money. I was home for like 3 months. Now I'm back. I've been back since then. I've moved from a couple shops to where I am now, and I'm just basically trying to build and trying to meet new people in the industry, trying to trying to see if I can get some collabs and meet other persons out there who love doing nails and want it to be a part of their life forever, want to build an empire about nails and stuff like that. So this is basically me. I love what I do, and doing nails, no matter how bad or a day of mine may be going, once I get a client, it makes my day so so much better. And the passion, I like the fact that it's not a boring career. There's so many different styles, so many different varieties of colors. It's just amazing in the nail industry. Here in Jamaica, we don't have much privilege like people in the US, UK, and so forth. But I follow mostly nail techs on Instagram and so on. So you guys can pop over to my Instagram. It's Lizzy Nail Bar 1. That's LIZZY. So yes, if you like, you can go over there to follow me and you'll be okay. And here also any comments, no bad comments, but if you guys can give me good encouragement and stuff like that, it will be really great. If you guys can also tell me what content you would like to see me record more of to post. My clients, I don't get clients that basically wants to do all the styles that comes out. I basically have like maybe 2 or 3 persons that will allow me to do what I want on them. Everybody else, they comes with their designs. So most times you will not see me posting content of everything that's going around unless I am doing it on my hand, or there's a few persons that will allow me to do anything on them. But I basically do mostly short nails because most of my clients are mostly short nails clients. I would love to move up from just doing basically short simple sets. I would love to start being more creative, coming out the box, trying new things and getting more experience. But I haven't basically gotten those clients that I want, so I haven't booked up on any of those persons as yet. So it's just, I'm just here trying to build my YouTube page and trying to get better and better at doing voiceovers and so on and so forth, because I am not really good at the voiceovers, but I know as days goes by I will get better and better at doing it as time goes by. And please, if you don't like my videos or if you don't like whatever it might be, do not come in my comments with no negativity, because I'm here to build, get encouragement, take advice, good advice on what to do and how to build myself. Okay, so please, if you're not willing to give me good advice or anything, don't, just scroll past and leave it as it is. So I'm basically on the last finger, so you guys will see where I will be doing the designs, the French on the flowers. I basically didn't leave in most of the French because one of the hand was like mostly out of frame, so I didn't realize until I rewatched the videos. So you will basically see me really doing one hand the French, and I will be doing, you will see me do the 3D on both hands, but I did not leave in where I made all the mistakes because I did not want the video to be too long. So as you see, you see how I apply. And the next thing, ladies, when you're applying your acrylic, try not to touch the client's skin. I know sometimes it will happen, but try not to touch the client's skin too much with the products because it can cause irritation. Remember, it's basically to go on the nails and on the nail tips. So when you're applying your primer, be careful. I know most person doesn't use acid-based primer anymore, because I do, because it burns like crazy whenever time. Back in the days when I used to use acid-based primer, it burns like crazy. I know a person still use it and stuff, but be careful when you applying your products. Remember not to be touching the skin. Think about contamination when you're working on a client. Always make sure you change, because a lot of persons still do it. Always make sure you change your buffer. Never use the same buffer on a client to do their sets. Never use the same liquid on the next client, and your next client after you finish one to do their set. Always change your liquid, clean your damping dish before you apply liquid to it. Keep your brushes in a clean sanitary space, and also take good care of your brushes. After I finish with my brush, I normally would clean it in a little bit of liquid, and then I will put some cuticle oil in it and put it back in the container, cover it with the cover that it comes with, and put it in the container that I keep all my brushes. And when you finish with a client, make sure to sanitize. Get your sanitary wipes and clean down your hair before you do another client. Sorry, it's basically practice good hygiene, good health. It's good for you and your clients, because clients do observe, they watch a lot of things. They might not say anything, but they do watch and they observe, and a lot of times people won't come back because they observe and they see. Clean your bits, barbicide liquid. Make sure you do all those stuff. Sanitization is key. Making sure that you clean your implements, you have your alcohol, your cotton, your peroxide, whatever it may be. Sometimes you do nip a client, make sure you clean that hair before you do anything, because you don't want it to get infected. The next thing, wear your gloves. It's very important to wear your gloves. It's protection for you. Always wear your gloves. You're protecting yourself. So you can see here where I finish acrylicing the nails. So I'm basically showing you how they look. My shape is still intact and everything. So that's basically what I am doing. So you guys can see how it looks after I finish. I haven't buffed as yet, but it's smooth as if it was buffed, but it wasn't. Then now you can see where she came back after I buffed and everything. So this is where I'm using Vbeautypure Teflon matte. This is a very good polish, because it also, whenever time you're doing any designs, and if you make a mistake and you have to clean it off, you know, when the polish will stain or anything like that, you will not get that. It will not stain, and it helps preventing chrome from sticking where you doesn't want it to stick. So it's a very good product to keep in your nail supply. So this is Vbeautypure with Teflon matte. So yeah, so you basically gonna see where I start doing my French. Anybody that says doing French is easy, I don't know how they do it, but no matter how many times I do a French, it never seems to get any easier. You right there, I got a little out of frame, but you guys will see I will be back a little bit soon. I realized I was out of frame, so I made sure that I fixed her. And doing Frenches, I love doing French, but it takes you got to concentrate. Like, you can't even look away when doing a Frenchie. You have to be so focused on doing Frenchies to make sure that it is perfect. Getting a perfect French, your client also have to stay still for you to get a perfect French. I love Frenchies, but I can tell you it takes everything out of you as a nail tech when doing it. You got to be on par. You can't be saying okay, no, okay, this. You have to make sure that you are focused, so focused, and your clients have to keep so still. They can't move, not even for a second, for that Frenchie to come out perfect. But I love doing it though, even though it takes a lot of focus and you have to concentrate on what you're doing. But I love doing it, and her nails turn out perfect. My cousin, it was her birthday, my cousin girlfriend, and he texted me and he was like, Lizzie, these nails are so pretty. Girl, you're bad. That's what it's exact word. Girly are bad. The nails, they're pretty. Yes, so I love doing it. It took me a little time, but I love doing her nails that day. I had a really great time doing it. And the best part about doing your work when someone doesn't have a problem with paying you for your time, for your skill, that makes it even better because I didn't choose her design. She picked it and sent it to me. And when I told her the price, she was like, no, when he sent it to me and when I told him the price, he was like, girl, I don't have a problem with that. So I like when I'm doing my work and persons are willing to pay for it. So you see where I go under the nails, I make sure I clean under the nails. Always make sure to clean under. The reason why you don't want the nails to look bulky after you polish. So make sure you clean, always clean under. So I will go in with this top coat that I bought at one of the beauty stores here in Jamaica because I ran out of Valentino top coat and I did not order it in time. But this top coat is very shiny, but it have a very strong odor. I'm not gonna lie, it's very shiny, but I don't like the odor. It gives off a very strong, harsh odor. So I just use it because I ran out. And the thing is once if you are charging your price, make sure that the products that you are using does worth the price that you are charging. Do not overcharge your clients if you are not spending back money to buy good quality products. Don't buy cheap products and then go back and charge a client like you're buying expensive product, because a lot of person is doing that, and I think it's very unfair for you to use something cheap on the clients and then go and charge them a bag of money. So you see where I'm top coating, and then I will get into doing the stones and the 3D. And I love this set. I love doing it was fun and I enjoyed every bit of it. I hope you guys do enjoy watching the videos and so forth, and I do hope you guys will continue to watch and continue to help me build my page and build my audience and help me to be more consistent of doing videos and uploading and making more content. So I will leave you guys here with the bag of talking. I will not be talking no more. I will just let you watch till the end, where you will see the finishing look, and you will see how I do the 3D.